put such a fire in my heart. I woke up, and when I was meditating this morning on significance presuppositions, where you pre-supplicate yourself in a proposition where it's a non-negotiable factor that you're going to rock up. It's a non-negotiable factor that you're going to make a difference. It's a non-negotiable factor that you're going to show up. It's a non-negotiable factor that you're going to serve your heart out. It's a non-negotiable factor, and you're going to be selfless. This morning I spoke to a client, and we went through the topic of what it is to be a leader. And he asked me, and I asked him this question. I said, hey man, what is the purpose of a leader? And he says, it's to lead others. I said, no, it's to serve others. It's to have a selfless presupposition, a non-negotiable factor that you're going to show up. You're going to be the reason other people are blessed. You're going to be the reason why other people are flexing. Why? Because you showed up. Now let's look at the biggest flex of life. I don't care if you've got a Mercedes or a BMW or whatever new 7-seater, what electric, hybrid, battery, lithium, whatever thing you have that's worth a fortune. Let's be honest. The greatest flex is not what you have in your garage. It's how many people have garages. It's not how well your children are doing. It's how well your children are teaching others to do. It's not about you, it's greater than you. It's when you have a non-negotiable factor that you do not chase instant gratification, but that you are a present leader. The one who's going to be the first in and the last one out. The one that lays down his life to serve others. The man that knows he eats last, but he serves first. A leader is not the guy who's in charge. It's the guy who's willing to take responsibility because the other guy in charge didn't show up. He's the man that takes responsibility when everybody runs away. He's the man that carries the weight when everybody says it's too heavy. He's the guy that cries in silence but ensures that he has his best foot forward in the morning. That is a leader. No greater love for a man to lay down his life than for another. I started realizing that a significant purpose of sacrifice doesn't lie in my ability to do good. It lies in my ability to be selfless. I realized it doesn't matter where you place me, I'll be the light and the salt, because I understood that the significant factors of Jesus was that he was willing to die to himself and do the will of the Father. When you give up your life, the Lord says you will find it. It's the day I gave up materialism in my heart. Was the day I realized that there was a significant purpose in my life, because it doesn't matter where you place me. I did not fit in. My voice was always echoing in the background because I knew that I was meant to stand up. I knew I was meant to lead. I knew I was meant to serve, and I knew I had to be a present father in grace. A father in grace that is there, that is empowering, that's uplifting. A true leader empowers. He is selfless. He has humility. He is obedient. It's not about him, but the greatest flex is how many families can be served through him when he's doing it in silence. The greatest flex is in silence. How many families you are feeding when nobody knows about it. How many men are following you when nobody knows about it. When you are a nobody in this world, they do not even know your name, but you do not stop working in silence. That is a leader. That is selfless. That is a victim. That's not a victim mindset. That's a victor mindset. It's a presupposition of a victor mindset, which says that I have a non-negotiable factor that for the rest of my life I'm going to show up, and I'm going to show up, and I'm going to be selfless, and you can count on me, because the God inside of me, greater is he in me than he who was in this world. If you understood the grace that carried you, if you understood the moral standard that you were adopted into as a son, when you understood the faithfulness of Jesus, when you walk into that purpose, you start seeing that there's so much more inside of you than what this world has to labor. When I realized that uniqueness and identity was found in Jesus, because the only way I'll ever stand out is my ability to serve in silence when nobody is watching. That is where the hidden places, that's the manna that sustains generations to come. That is the deity of Christ that sustains, the divinity that goes from generation to generation, that will sustain a purpose and a fulfillment in your household, that will shake communities loose. It will make demons flee out of your country if you understood what power was inside of you. I understood that a leader wasn't the guy standing in the front. It was the guy sitting in the back making sure everybody else gets in the front. That is a leader.